So I am leaving the Democratic Party. That's right. Guys, welcome to the Tyler Fischer Show. What a special episode. I am here in Montauk, Long Island, New York, Montauk. Shade's coming off. I don't want to be that guy. If I ever do a full episode in Shades, I'd say time to unsubscribe, okay? Unless I got some eye surgery and I'm, I got maybe some redness or something. I'm just keeping myself in check, and I want you to keep me in check. Full Shade episode, go ahead and unsubscribe and stop paying on Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, guys, we are at 65 patrons, all right? We are 65 strong. We're getting close from not even needing the establishment, the comedy, big comedy. You know who I'm talking about. All those late night talk shows who make you water. Yeah, I'm going sleeves up. That's what I'm doing. Look at this. You don't know that I didn't come to Montauk alone for Pride to come out, or that I do this every summer and just bang out for the summer. You don't know that. You don't know where I don't even know where I am right now. I'm in some kind of field in Montauk, and living my best life. I'm on a little vacation. I'm on a mini vacation for 3 days. I haven't taken a vacation ever. I've never taken a vacation, and I'm not even sure I would consider this a vacation because my buddy works here and got me a hotel room. So it is a vacation, but it's not something that I fully funded and planned. So we're getting closer. But Patreon, we got 65 patrons. I love all you so much. Whatever you can pay. As I mentioned early on, when I started Patreon, if I reach 70 patrons, then I'm going to give you guys a bonus episode once a month on Patreon. So we're 5 away. Whatever you can pay on there would be amazing. And we're getting close. So welcome to the show. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I think it's Wednesday right now. I recorded the full episode in Brooklyn on Monday as planned, and shit hit the fan. Sirens going off the whole time. My roommate's in the kitchen clanking on lots of mason jars. She's got a lot of mason jars, and so there's always a lot of scooping and clanking. Then my camera died halfway through, and I go, fuck it. I'm going to Montauk. I got Fred in the car. Come here, pup. Come say hi. Come here, Fred. Fred, come. Come here, pup. Fred, come here, sweetie. Can you see Fred right here? Hey, buddy. So me and Fred rented a car, came out to Montauk, and we just had to escape the madness of New York City. And how funny, I have the poster of Escape from New York, the movie from, I think, the 80s, which I've never seen. And it's just, the poster is just hell breaking loose, fires, gunshots. The Statue of Liberty's head is smashed over on, like, 5th Avenue. And that's kind of what I felt like. I'm not even sure I want to get into the stuff that I witnessed over the weekend, but let's just say I may or may not have saved a small Asian guy by being pushed in the subway by a black woman who called me a faggot and then went to push the Asian guy in the subway. And she was looking for Asians. She was pointing at all the Asians like, fuck you. Mentally ill woman, right? And so that happened. I saw a guy throwing trash cans at cars on the Upper West Side. For 20 blocks, he took every trash can, just threw it in the middle of the street. Cops came, made him clean it up, and lo and behold, because of bail reform, they don't even arrest them anymore. They said, on your way, and then they stumble off in the night, and maybe another Asian guy got thrown in the tracks because they let the guy go. Thank you, Bill de Blasio, if you're listening. So patreon.com/Tyler Talks. And my next, here we go. If you don't know, if you're new, Patreon subscribers who support the show, they get the episodes first, a day early. They get the videos first. All my comedy I put up there first. And then the monthly Zoom private exclusive, very exclusive comedy show where I do all my new jokes for the month. I invite some friends on to perform. The next one will be on May 30th, June. I know where time it is. June 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern will be the next one, which is, I think, next Tuesday or Wednesday. So subscribe, you'll get the link, all that stuff. Okay, all right, business is over. Moving on. I did announce on Instagram on a story that I am leaving the Democratic Party, and so I will explain. The way I see it is you're kind of born into your political party. I never really thought about it. I never even thought that I had an option to have a different political party or to not have a political party. It was just born into it, just like I was born in Connecticut and I'm wearing a polo shirt right now, very Connecticut type outfit that, it just, when I see a shirt like this, I just buy it. I'm not really conscious of it. This is also a Polo Kids shirt, which I bought when I was 15. I'm now 34, and it still fits very well. This was the shirt I wore for my comedy special, Man Boy Unit, and then I cut the sleeves off to give it a different vibe for the summer, and I might shoot my next special in it, but with a suit over it. So anyways, you don't think about your political party, and that's why I don't get upset with anybody. I don't care what party you are, Democrat, Republican, Independent, gay, whatever it is, however you identify politically, it's fine. You're born that way. So, I grew up LGBTQ household, and by that I just mean G. My dad was gay, very liberal, very open-minded, growing up, going to drag shows, Sound of Music, sing-alongs, AIDS walks, raising money for AIDS, going around the neighborhood collecting money, all the Republican neighbors slamming the doors on us. It was a different time back then. But during the panty, right, the lockdowns, the old pandemic, I got to thinking. I go, well, what do I want? You know what I mean? You never think about what you actually want. Like, what do you want? I've been brainwashed to think, and yeah, I'm whispering now because a woman is sitting in a hammock near me. I didn't really think this through. I'm on the grounds of a hotel and recording a podcast. Okay. I never thought, what do I need? What do I want out of life, out of my politics? I was just fighting for everybody else. And this is what I was thinking about this before I recorded. I go, all these people who are spending all their free time protesting and raising money and not focusing on their own life, it's just going to in due time, right? In due time, it's just going to take some time before they realize they don't give a shit about you. They don't care about you. You're a pawn in the game. You're just a soldier for them. And then you're going to go, wait a minute, I'm 34. I'm force spooning a Labradoodle alone. I got no girlfriend. I got no money. Our pets' heads are falling off. Oh, by the way, this is where they shot Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. I just walked by the diner where he had dinner with Kate Blanchett. I digress. And, it's funny. People are kind of looking at me. I had my sunglasses on. I kind of look like, current Jim Carrey who lost his mind. So I was like, maybe they'll think I'm, shrunken, weird, drugged out Jim Carrey coming back to shoot Eternal 2, which, wait a minute, they should make that movie. And if you've never seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and you think Jim Carrey is just a kooky, silly actor, you've got to watch that film because oh man, what a performance, and no silly, kooky Jim Carrey. Fantastic film. Highly recommend. Yeah, so they're all going to learn, and that's what happened to me. It took 10 years. I held on, and I go, wait a minute. Yes, I'm listening to people. You got to listen. You got to see people's truth. You got to help them. You got to donate. You got to protest. I did all that, and then the old T-Bone over here has an issue, and I, seek some support from those same people, and they go, what? Oh, yeah, no, you're privileged. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're fine. You've had it good. Whiteys have had it good. Straight white men have had it good. So just go back to, just make a sign and go pick it, okay? Get back in line. And that's kind of what I realized over time. This wasn't an overnight decision. This was something that transpired over years, and then the wokeness is a part of it. I mean, this is my job. I currently have a guy right now who apparently is starting to track my stuff. I don't know who he is, but he's the guy that sort of triggered the whole Shane Gillis getting fired from SNL. Shane Gillis, I think this was 2 years ago, was the new cast member on SNL. And then this guy went and hunted through all of his podcasts and everything and found a clip of him saying, not so tasteful Asian joke, apparently. And I can't even comment on it because I never saw the joke. I just heard comedians going like, it was a joke, and you get caught up in a podcast and you've heard the craziest shit I've said. And he clipped it out, and they fired him from SNL before his first day. Apparently this guy is actually starting to retweet my stuff. He on his profile, it's like, I follow and hunt down extremist comedy. So, like, my point is, I need to not have these kooky, woke, crazy people trying to cancel me because I don't have a career yet. And it was same with Shane. Shane wasn't like maybe he was making a living doing clubs, but he was about to get his big break on SNL, and I think like a few days before the show started, they fired him. Luckily, he's really funny, and that was probably the best thing that ever happened to him because he's making amazing sketches now, and he's touring, and he's able to make his own SNL on his Instagram page, and it's uncensored and it's amazing. But this is what I need, right? This is what I need out of my political party or whoever's running for president or whatever it is. I cannot fuck around with free speech being taken away and being censored. My job depends on really throwing things out to the public and seeing what happens. That's all it is. It's a new joke. And douchebags like this fucking guy who are trying to make a living canceling comedians, they're so moronic that they can't even think it through that stand-up comedy is the one art form that has to be rehearsed in public. It doesn't take a lot to think of that. A painter is painting alone at home, right? And then they go, they get their bros. They go, hey, guys, Starry Night. What do you think? They go, holy shit. How long you been working on that? 6 months, bro. I've been in the basement. 6 months. I'm not doing Netflix. This is, of course, my Van Gogh impression. You're not doing Netflix. Not doing, I've deleted Tinder. I kind of lost my mind. I cut my ear off. But look, Starry Night. Everybody does that. They write a poem. Yeats is home. You know what I mean? But stand-up, you got to throw it out there. You got to put it out into the atmosphere. And the public judges it immediately. And they go, yep or nope. Yep or nope. Yep or nope. And then you take the average of that. A joke lives or dies. And you either tweak it to survive the public eye or you kill the joke. And again, douchebags like this, they don't understand that. So they go after tweets. And these are thoughts that you put out there, little seeds of jokes. Often comedians use Twitter to test material out, one-liners, ideas, premises. It's a good thing to do on the subway on the way to the show. You throw out a premise. Maybe it just starts getting retweeted. And you go, oh, shit, okay. And then you go flesh it out as a joke. But guys like this and gals or whoever are, they don't understand that is necessary for comedy. You can't be afraid. You can't fear in comedy or anything else. So the wokeness is one reason why I'm leaving. That's one reason. But I'd say even more than that, maybe that's 48%, 52% is the fact that I think the Democratic Party, or at least the spokesman for it, the politicians, are absolutely fine with this critical race theory bullshit, with racism against white people, discrimination against white people, equity, which will destroy this country, and it's just kind of been pushing me, right? Because, it'll happen to me a little bit. I'll share it. Sit down, Whitey. It'll happen a little bit. It'll push me. They'll go, patriarchy. It'll happen to me. They go, you've had it good the whole time. I go, what the fuck you talking about? I've had it good. I don't represent white men. You know what I mean? I don't even know what my grandfather wasn't even my grandfather or my great grandfather. There was an affair, and somebody fucked a Jew in East Europe. And long story short, I'm not even a Fischer. I'm a Landorf. You understand? I mean, you don't want to be a Landorf when you're Landorf has such a dwarfy, sound. Like I'm a land dwarf. That's what it sounds like. And that is me. If you saw me, you go, oh yeah, he is a land dwarf. He's a Peter Dinklage lookalike. He's a land dwarf. So I'm Jewish, and it's a whole mess, but I'm sick and tired of it. You know that machine at the arcade? This is what I always thought about over the years, where you put a quarter in, and it's just like hundreds, if not thousands of quarters. And then there's this bar that pushes the quarters, and it just pushes them, and then they start stacking up, and then you put in another quarter, and it just pushes a little bit. That's how I felt for the last 10 years. Just everyone's putting a quarter in, and then finally, they all just dropped a few days ago. And I think it was Britney Spears who once said, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. Now, I don't agree with everything Britney Spears says, but that was one quote that I did have tattooed on my lower back, because I think she was onto something. I've been sticking around. I've been trying real hard to you stuff this down and go, yeah, bigger picture, fight for everybody else. But the reason I actually made it a formal announcement was in direct correlation with a phone call that I had on Friday with the assistant of a very big talent agency company that represents comedians and actors. They're very big. I got a referral from one of my idols. I mean, I can't even start talking about this because I will start crying. It'll blow my mind. This is somebody who I started watching as a kid, a comedian, a family favorite, somebody who kind of brought my family together at times, because we quote him and we watch him together, and me and my brother, we love this guy. They told me, they go, hey, he put in a good word, and I was like, holy shit. So I got a good word from what I would think is one of their best clients, very talented guy. This assistant had been scouting me for a while. He watches my videos. He gave me a phone call. I think he sent someone out to see my stand-up. I killed in front of that guy, the assistant's assistant or whatever. And you have no control over this stuff, but I felt like, whoa, this actually feels right. I've been with managers and agents before where I just was desperate, and I was like, yeah, I'll work with you. I didn't even look you up. I don't know who you represent, Yeah, maybe you represent, Cosby and fucking... who's the guy? Okay, anyways, I'm off my game today with references. But so he calls me 7 months ago, and he goes, I want to set up a meeting with the team. I feel good about this. I love your stuff. They'd be foolish to not manage you, so I feel like we're going to do this. And it felt like we had a mutual agreement to move forward, and I thought this was it. I go, yeah, this is it. He said, do you want to audition for He said, do you want to audition for Curb Your Enthusiasm? Fool me once, shame on you. You don't toy with old T-Bone about auditioning for Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is by far one of the funniest comedies ever created in the history of the world. So he's already offering me opportunities. So I go, okay. I'm pretty fucking jaded at this point, but I go, you still want to believe somebody. You know what I mean? You still want to go, I have faith in this business. And maybe this guy really does have a connection. Maybe he's Larry David's son. I don't know. Maybe he's Barry David. Next thing you know, month goes by, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, I get an email. Hey, sorry, I fell off the wagon or whatever you want to say. I had COVID. I go, look, it's fine. It's been a rough year. It's the guy could have been depressed, or who fucking knows. I was just busy working on the podcast anyways. He goes, let's get on the phone. I'll explain everything, and I got some good news. I got some good stuff I want to run by you. So I'm thinking, maybe the manager wasn't ready to work with me. And then I have this viral Fauci stuff because people have been coming out of the woodwork, which is fine. That's how this business works. You get some heat on you. People, it's like that light that attracts bugs. Anytime you have something big or viral, I'm on the startup show now, a little part, but whatever. I'm still in the show, and viral stuff on the news. Then people kind of start, oh, Tyler, oh. Hi, I'm sorry. No, I love you. Did I tell you to go fuck yourself last time I saw you? I was kidding. How are you? How are the kids? I don't have kids. How's your wife? I don't have a wife. How's your house? I don't have a house. How is your dog? My dog's great. I'll talk about my dog all day. Motherfucker's guarding me right now. He's literally guarding me like, nobody penetrate the podcast. Very important stuff we're talking about here. What if I just started screaming like Alex Jones, took my shirt off? So, we get on the phone, and he says, I'm sorry. I mean, this guy manned up, dude. He did. He apologized. I accepted his apology. It was very genuine. I said, hey, man, he told me I'm going to audition for Curb. I got excited. We had this meeting set up, and you just ghosted me for 7 months. If you were on a ventilator with COVID, I understand, but if not, I need you to tell me the truth. I'm not kidding. I really told him this, and I thought I was very kind. I said, if we're even going to consider moving forward with this, I want to know exactly why you disappeared, because trust is paramount when working with anybody in this industry. I am done being tossed around, my old man pushes me around. What's that from? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm going to take this. What does he say when the car goes flying off? I'm going to take it. My old man pushes me around. He starts pounding. I can't really act out. It's not going to be the kookiest episode because, again, there's people watching me now. I didn't think this through. I'm literally in the yard, the gardens of the hotel. So I'm a little paranoid now. Anyhow, we get on the phone and he said, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, give it to me straight, bro. Give it to me straight. Why? What happened? He goes, I pitched it to everybody and they said, we love him. He should be on SNL, but we're only considering women and diverse people. Here we go. Giddy up. Here we go. Let me lean in on this. Again, we are rewriting vocabulary words. We are only taking women and diverse people. You understand? See, again, I always think of the children. Got to think of the children because I can distinguish and I can break this down and go, okay, what they actually mean is we're only taking women and black and brown people. That's what they mean by diverse. I'll say it a billion times. That's not what diverse means. That is a subset of diversity. Diversity of thought, of physical appearance, of height, of religious background, political beliefs. Diversity can be broken down into an infinite amount of subset categories. You can't do this. You cannot do this because now, I hate to just say, but this is the fact. White kids are going to feel like they're not included in diversity. And diversity is oh my God, it's the rainbow of words right now. It's the LGBTQIA plus of words right now. So you're going to slowly have kids, and I've had kids reach out to me and tell me this, it's already starting to affect them. They're not going to be included in this diverse thing. They're just a white person. They don't offer diversity, okay? Again, if you're an Indian guy and you think you're diverse, well, you're not diverse in India. You might be diverse if you're in a room of just white people. You offer a racial diversity, but heck, maybe you're Christian and so is the guy next to you, and maybe you're a Democrat and so is the guy next to you. Maybe you have almost all of the subset categories in common except race. Then you're just a racial diversity. So my blood boils when I hear this shit, and especially because it's starting to really impact my life because I'm being excluded from opportunity. That's the key here. It's exclusion from opportunity. This isn't like, oh, I auditioned for a role and I didn't get it, so let me assume they didn't hire me because I'm white. No, I never go down that road. You never know why someone doesn't hire you. It might be because the female lead in the role opposite to you is 7 feet tall and they don't have enough apple boxes. That's just the name of the game. That's going to happen all the time. But to be told we are not even going to give you the opportunities, and by that I mean auditions, meetings, being seen by the industry because of your skin color and because you're a white male. No. That was the final straw. That's happened to me probably every year, almost, give or take, over the last 6 years. I have these phone calls with agents, managers, same thing. Hey, we just capped off the whiteys. We're not taking whiteys. We're not having any more straight white men. It's time and time again. Now, whenever I express this and I go tell somebody, and I just go, because this shakes me up. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I have an anger issue that I'm getting under control, but had I not been in therapy and in 12 steps, and I have my service dog, and I have all these things to in front, a support group I know, okay, I got to reach right out to Bill. I got to call him right now and tell him so that I don't go off the deep end. But before all that, I would have wreaked havoc on my life. I would have hurt myself. I would have punched something. I would have, God, binge. I'm a binge eater with sweets. I mean, this could be weeks, if not months, that my whole life gets thrown off when something like this happens, and it's just blatant discrimination. I'm not going any back roads here and going, well, it's the effect of the pendulum, and we're making up for lost time, and the pendulum will swing. That's what people say. That's what this guy told me. The pendulum will swing. Fuck you and your pendulum, okay? First of all, at least use a different word than pendulum. Nobody owns a grandfather clock anymore. The pendulum will swing. What are you talking about? Yeah, the cobbler's axe is just swinging back hard. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, the candlestick maker's pickaxe is just going old swing-a-ding over to that way. It'll swing back. Yeah, I've been waiting for it to swing back for 10 years. And it ain't swinging anywhere. Trust me, this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So when I express concern to anybody about this, what I find is, like 99% of the time, when I tell someone who happens to be a Democrat, they go, well, yeah, I get it. You get it? Hey, I'm your friend. I'm your relative. I'm telling you, my dreams are being crushed because of my characters I have no control over that I was born with. This doesn't have to do with talent, or I'm not qualified, or I didn't train hard enough. This is based on what you look like. We will not even consider you. You're telling me that's okay? Yeah, well, it'll swing back. Yeah, my fucking hand is going to swing back into your fucking face, Grandma. No, my grandma would never say that. She's also a Republican. And then I found when I told people who weren't Democrats, and I'm not saying they're Republicans or conservatives, they just weren't Democrats. Maybe they weren't political, or they're an independent. They go, that's fucked up, man. Like, you can't stand for that. And over time, I realized I'm not getting the support I need from the Democratic Party. So I'm going to unregister or deregister, whatever the fuck you want to say. I didn't even know I was. See, that's what I mean about being born into it. I didn't even know I was registered. I don't remember registering as a Democrat. It was just like branded on my back. It's just like AOC right on my fucking little tramp stamp. So I'm not gonna be a conservative. I'm not gonna be a Republican. I'm not just jumping over to the other side because I don't know enough, right? I'm not that well educated with politics. I just know that these certain topics are affecting me. So I am going to start out as an independent. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be an independent, and I don't see myself ever policking. I'm never going to plick a party. Johnny picked a pluck a back. All right, my braces are just really fucking me right now, and they're not giving me the money back. And I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna file a lawsuit because my tongue is sliced up. I got this lisp. You know the deal. So I'm gonna start as an independent, and from now on, the most important topics or policies for me are not going to be based on saving other people. I am done. Because those people that you're fighting for, if you're one of those, like, throw your problems to the side, go protest, pick up a sign, fight, go scream at people at a restaurant if they, are eating at a white-owned Spanish restaurant or whatever bullshit's been happening all over the last year. If you want to do that, go for it. Go for it. They don't care about you. That's the thing. They don't care about you. Once you need something and you have that same discrimination and racism that you're fighting for happens to you, no one's going to come running. They won't. Trust me. I've tested the waters on many planes, many different people in my life from different categories, work, family, friends, from my job. It's the same shit, man. I took a big sample. I took a big old fucking Costco sample, and the same thing every time. You've had your turn. It's time to sit down. That is a product of equity. It's a product of critical race theory. Those are all woven together. That's where it'll start with critical race theory, teaching people that white people are just privileged above everyone else based on their skin color, regardless of, let's say, I don't know, maybe they're mentally retarded, maybe they've been raped 50 times, maybe they don't have legs, maybe they're born blind, maybe they're born deaf, maybe they're born 5'2.5", and it's hard to put that on your profile. They don't care about that. They don't care about specifics. So they're not coming running for when you have a problem. You got to take this into your own hands and start fighting for yourself. So independent is now my shit. And whoever runs, because I would always just vote based on whoever is a Democrat. Like, I wouldn't even consider anybody if they were Republican or independent. I wouldn't look at their policies. It was just like, nope, they're a racist, bigoted, fucking kitten fucking pedophile. And that's kind of how I was taught growing up. So now I'm going to start voting for people based on a few simple things, which is, are you against critical race theory? Because I think that's the indoctrination that creates these issues that when people get older, they go, oh, wait, white people are privileged. They've always had it. So let's take a seat and let's only hire people based on their skin color. What can go wrong? Everything. Jim Crow. It's going to be that. Because I got to live. I gotta have a life, man. I'm out here in Montauk seeing people with families and houses and stuff, and I'm like, I want that so bad, and I've like convinced myself that I can't have it because I don't know, maybe a lot of these things are getting to me, these thoughts of like, well, you've had it the best forever, so take a seat. To me, what I hear is take a seat is give up your job, give up your dreams, give it to somebody else more oppressed, give it to someone else who's had a harder life, and then really that's it. You're going to be a sacrificial lamb. Because without those things, I'm sorry, to be honest, you can't attract a mate if you don't have money. I can't attract women, only date men who make the same amount or more. Same amount or more. Men, it's the opposite. Men, on average, date women who make the same amount or less. We are expected to make more. I don't care who you are, how feminist you are. You're going to be more attracted to a guy who is a hardworking person who pulls in the dough. So I'm just starting there. Nothing extreme. People are already messaging me. Come on. Yeah, come on over to our side. Come over to the conservative side. We're here. We're here with a nice glass of milk, Tyler. I know you like milky milk. We'll give you an acting job, an agent, a glass of whole milk. Come on over, Tyler. Come on over. I'm not going to do that because I'm reversing my extreme character traits, addictions. It's all extreme, right? That's what it is. When you're an addict, everything's extreme. So it's like, fuck you. I'm going over to QAnon. They're my people now. And hey, one day maybe I will. So that's that. And God. So a lot has happened. We'll get into this, I guess. Some bullying I experienced online. Stuart, if you're watching, hey baby, hi sweetie. This episode's dedicated to Stuart, and Stuart, man, what a sweetheart. The other day, I was having a hard day, and I got when I get some DMs on Twitter, and they're all fan mail usually, and it's amazing, and I always respond, and I want to hear about, I want to hear about you. What do you do? I'm so consumed with comedy that I'm like, if someone reaches out, tell me about your life. I want to know what you do for a living. Where do you live? Do you have a family? That's like way more interesting to me. So I get a sweet little message. I'll read it to you. Okay, so this is from Stuart Chapman Hill, a DM. You see that little blue thing in the in the little message request. Like, I'm not even following him, so he's gonna be a fan. Starts off like this. Not sure how I discovered you, but wow. And I go, oh my God, man, I've taken this guy's breath away. I mean, he's pulling an Owen Wilson on me. I'm not even sure how I discovered you, but wow. I mean, come on. I mean, wow. That's all I gotta say, man. You are crazier than a road lizard. I mean, you're talking about all the stuff that I relate to. I mean, I got fired for being white last year. And I was like, nobody even gives a shit. I mean, come on. I mean, wow. So, first sentence, blown away. Next sentence, I've yet to find a single one of your jokes funny. Stu, are you joking with me now, bud? I see what you're doing. You're trying to relate. Maybe you work in the service industry and you wanted to be a comic and you're just relating to me. So you're negging me, Stu. You negging me, Stu? Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute, Stuart Chapman Hill. Next sentence. And also, fuck you and your unthinking bullshit! Exclamation point! Period! Oh, Stu. So that was the whole message. So I went from being pretty excited and flattered to being like, what's the deal? I mean, what's the deal with that? Why is this guy writing at me? He's going out of his way to fucking tell me to fuck off. This crosses a line for me, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like, all right, not sure how I discovered you, but wow. So, I mean, already, he discovered me, right? If I get on SNL, is he going to be trying to take credit going, no, I discovered him. You can see. I wrote on Monday, 12:09 on June 19th that I discovered Tyler. I want a piece of the pie, 5%, whatever it is. But wow. I mean, he's blown away by me. Okay, so that's good. That's good. You don't want someone to go, I'm not sure how I discovered you, but meh. Nothing of yours moved me. I've yet to find a single one of your jokes funny. All right, let's break that down. All right, so my man Stu, it's not like he just saw one joke and was like, all right, this guy's not for me. He's going through. He's scanning. Stewie Boy's waking up going, what did he say, Tyler? What did he say? Well, let me read one of his tweets. The worst part about being allergic to a cat is I'll never be able to date a woman in their 30s. Oh, this fucking anti-feminist piece of shit. And also, I love cats. I hate everything about this joke. Let's see what's next. Let's see. Just saw a sign on a cafe window. It said, now hiring, inquire within. So I asked myself if I could have the job. Oh, he stole that from Mitch Hedberg. But I know he didn't. But he's too Mitch-like, that son of a bitch. So he's scanning through all my shit. And also, fuck you and your unthinking bullshit. Well, again, back to what I said in the beginning. This is all a test ground for comedians, right? So he's judging me based on tweets that I'm literally writing in bed, half asleep, on the toilet, covered in, fucking hot fudge from the night before, from some ice cream binge I had, from being discriminated against by an agent or manager I won't name at the moment. So fuck you and your unthinking bullshit. So I guess really, Stewart didn't do a lot of thinking. I'd call him unthunk. You know what I mean? There's woke, there's thunk, and there's unthunk. So I consider him unthunk because he didn't really think this through because I'm a comedian, and I'm sure because he, looks at all my stuff, I screenshot things from dating apps and from this and that, and I post them on the internet. So he didn't really think it through either, which is bullshit. So I took a screenshot and I threw it up on Twitter, right? And I go, wow, look at this nice message I got from this gentleman, Stuart Chapman Hill, who is here's his bio. Let's just do his voice. Let's see, what does he look like? I'll put a picture of what he looks like up. Maybe I won't. Can I get sued for that? I don't know. So either way, I am a musician, teacher, and I don't know what that means. Is that his pronoun? I'm a musician, teacher, and I don't know. We'll just assume that stands for little cunt boy, because it's a little cunt, and I think men and women can both be called cunts. I wouldn't discriminate, and I'd call him a little cunt, and he did put a little c. So I'm a musician, teacher, and a little cunt. Professionally confused. Yeah, you are, buddy. You're also publicly confused, you moron. Assistant professor of music at Webster University. I'm the assistant professor. You don't want to be bragging about being an assistant. That's like Mr. Manager in Arrested Development. I'm going to be manager? Mr. Manager. So he works at Webster University. So what I did was I only cut part of his message where he wrote, "Not sure how I discovered you, but wow." So I cut that part out only, and I posted it, and I was like, oh my God, I got the sweetest message from this fan. He's speechless. I wanted to give up today, and I tagged him. I go, I woke up and I just wanted to give up, and I hate, it's just such a struggle. And then I get this message from Stuart Chapman Hill, musician, teacher, and cunt. Little cunt. And I just thought, man, he gave me the strength to keep going, so I'm gonna keep fighting for you, Stuart. And what this moron doesn't know is that this shit fuels me so much. Comedians, anyone in the entertainment business, we're people who've been bullied, who've been abandoned by family, all that shit. This stuff is fuel for the fire. Literally, this guy just bought me an extra 2 years of my career. So I post that. Oh my God, thank you, Stuart. Thank you so much. And then people were retweeting it, going, yeah, man, that's so awesome. Keep going, keep going, keep going. But then I also decided to just put the whole thing out there and tag his college. That's what I did. You know what I mean? He wants to cancel me, right? That's why he wrote to me. He wanted to hurt my feelings. Fuck you. Fuck you. What he's saying is fuck you. You're not funny. Quit. So I thought, all right, why only comedians can get canceled? You know what I mean? Why can't musician, teacher, little cunt, professionally confused assistant professors of music at Webster University get canceled? Why not? So I tagged his college. Because these are the people that lead, these are the indoctrinated pieces of shit that are teaching our kids to grow up and to hate people based on free speech, color of skin, yada, yada, yada. I'm really tired today. So I tag him. Then he reaches out to me and just writes, I repent. Please, I didn't mean to start a fight. Please take my college. Don't tag my college. Don't tag it. So I went ahead and blocked him. You're blocked, Stuart. Sorry. Crossed the line. Next time, have the balls to publicly write this. You know what I mean? What's so unthinking in my bullshit? Point it out. Point it out to me. Where is it? Find the tweet, tell me what's not funny, and have the balls to put it on there. He crossed the line going into my DMs. This is my private area, dude. You're in my privates. So I blocked him. Then his colleagues start writing to me. I wish I had it up here. I'll put the picture on YouTube. I start getting lectured from his colleagues, other assistant to professor. I'm the assistant to the janitor at the Professional Institute of Music. And they're going, so, hi. I'm a colleague of Stuart's, and I just want to say, first, I understand how it must be so difficult to be in your profession, to have to be putting stuff on the internet and being criticized and getting all this hate. But I just wanted to ask you very kindly if you can remove Webster University from the tag where you showed how hateful Stuart was towards you. When I teach my students, I like to remind them to just not react and to just let things settle in before making a decision like this to publicly humiliate someone. So it's first of all, bitch, why don't you tell Stuart to take a seat in your class? Maybe Stuart should shadow you, okay? I'm a college dropout. I work for drink tickets and half cheeseburgers. I get 50% off and a $5 bill to tell jokes. So I don't want your lectures. I mean, God, it's I was actually I'm not kidding. I was thinking about taking it off. And then I saw that. I'm getting lectured now by one of these woke pieces of garbage. I'm not taking it off. So I'll block her next. And, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid to tweet. Right? It's It's so funny that people go out of their way. They're consuming free content that they didn't pay for or even want to see, so they actively go back to engage in something that they want no part of, and then they reach out privately to tell you you're a piece of shit. Honestly, that would be like going to a museum and just like looking at a painting and going, I really don't like this painting. Okay, who wrote that? Let's see. Look, that's a Cezanne. Let me look up Cezanne. And then you sit down and you find Cezanne on Twitter and you're like, Dear Cezanne, I'm not sure how I discovered you. Oh yeah, at the Met in the realist section. But wow. I'm yet to find one of your paintings realistic. Like, you say you're a realist? What the fuck? I literally am like squinting and I have 20/20 vision. Your shit is fucking brutal, okay? It's fucking garbage. Sailboat? What's real about that sailboat? It looks like a bunch of fucking cum just floating in the water, you bitch. Anyways, also, fuck you and your unpainting bullshit. Sincerely, Stuart Chapman Hill, Webster University, musician, teacher, and professional cunt. No, you move on to the next painting and you go live your fucking day. You know? Does anyone else do? I'm really curious. Do any of these people actually go and actively do this to other people in different parts of the world, different occupations? You know? He finds a poem, and he's like, who wrote this? Fucking Yeats? Dear Yeats, first of all, you call yourself a fucking poem? This is bullshit. Why was I laughing? You don't laugh at a poem. Also, none of this shit rhymed, by the way. Fuck you and your unpoetic bullshit. Sincerely, Stuart Chapman III. Musician, teacher, assistant teacher. You better not fucking screenshot this, put this on your fucking Twitter, you fucking poetic piece of shit. So it's like, I really, if anyone is in another job, please tell me if you get these, because I get these kind of often, and I guess maybe I'll just, I don't know, I got a full podcast episode out of it or half. So anyways, God bless you, Stuart Chapman Hill. This episode is dedicated to you. Everything I do is dedicated to you. When I sit down, when I wake up in the morning and I go, I don't want to do this, I want to kill myself. It's just brutal out there. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I can't get on Colbert. I can't get on Jimmy Fallon. I am going to think of you, Stuart, and I have your little picture here with your sweet little fucking, who do you look like? Bert and Ernie, like your little Bert and Ernie haircut and your cute little glasses and your little white shirt. I'm going to think of you, and I'm going to sit down, and I am going to crank out so many fucking jokes that your little fucking professionally confused cunt ass cannot handle it. You're just going to start just coming with joy. I'm talking 30, 50 tweets every day. New bits, fleshed out, freshly topical bits written on the subway on the way to the comedy show where I film it professionally and put those bits back up on Twitter, just so you have something to do, because I want you to have something to do. I found what I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm doing it well, and I'm going to have a great career, but I want you to have something to do. So apparently all you have to do is consume my stuff. So I'm going to keep it up. Stuart, I love you, and I love everybody else. Patreon.com/Tyler Talks. That's how you can support, or you can send me hate mail via DM on all of my platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Tinder, whatever you want. Patreon.com/Tyler Talks. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Do something nice for yourselves, huh? Come to Montauk. By the way, it's freaking beautiful. And I'll also see you on June 30th at our next private Patreon show. Peace, guys. Love you. Bye, Stu. Bye, Stewie boy. I love you, Bubby. Okay, see you at home, sweetie. All right. You better be naked when I come home.